Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Bear Gaming. Hope you enjoyed the last two videos. Little something different today. We are going to be doing a tank review on the Object 703 version 2, the Tier 8 Russian double-barreled heavy tank. But before we dive into the statistics of the vehicle, let's review some controversy around this vehicle. This vehicle is not for sale in the premium shop. You may be asking, well, Still Bear, how do I obtain my Object 703 version 2? Well, if you take a look at my garage, you can see from the stars, the lights, the Christmas tree, the pavilion. If you can look around and just take a guess at what season it is Christmas time in World of Tanks. And at Christmas time, they sell boxes. If you look down here to the bottom right of your screen, you will see a little red crate with a plus sign on it that says boxes. Now, the small boxes you obtain through completing missions, and they contain things such as ornaments, possibly a little currency every now and then, but that's usually it. The large boxes contain things such as gold, premium time, garage slots, in-game currency, and sometimes premium vehicles. Yes, the Object 703 version 2 is inside some of these boxes. And I say some of these boxes in a conservative way because Wargaming has advised us that out of all the boxes you buy, this tank is possibly, not confirmed, but possibly in 2% of the boxes you buy. So for example, I can purchase 100 boxes, which if we look at the value of the boxes down here, we go down here to the purchase tab, I can purchase 100 boxes. I can purchase 75 for $999 US, essentially 100 US dollars. I can purchase an additional 25 for 40 US dollars. So for $140 I can get 100 boxes. And out of those 100, possibly only 2 have the Object 703 version 2. However, as a lot of people are finding out, they're purchasing hundreds, 200s, 300s dollars worth of boxes, and they're failing to locate an Object 703 version 2. Essentially, what Wargaming has done is Wargaming has created an online casino for children and young adults. This game is based on and directed to children and young adults. And Wargaming has created a legal way to gamble online. And I do have an issue with promoting gambling to children and young adults. I feel that this was not handled properly by Wargaming. Should it be in the premium shop for sale? By all means, put a $70 price tag on it. But what I feel would be better is if Wargaming had a set of missions and said, look, you have from this date until Christmas to complete these missions. If you complete these missions, you can have yourself an Object 703 version 2. But if you don't like that, there's a 2% chance that it's in the boxes. You have to offer an alternative route to obtaining the vehicle rather than strictly through gambling. However, I did go out and purchase some boxes. I feel that the boxes are worth it in the long run. A lot of people disagree with me, but I do feel that the boxes are worth it because there's a chance of you getting other premium vehicles. I did very good with my boxes. I believe the Object 703 was in the second or third box that I actually opened. The Progetto was in the 9th or 10th box that I opened. So I was able to obtain 2 Tier 8 premium tanks in 25 boxes. I purchased the 25 box pack, the $40 pack, and I was able to obtain 2 Tier 8 premium tanks in those packages. I went back and purchased the $100 package, and I was able to obtain the German Tier 8 heavy tank that just came out. We'll be doing a review on that shortly after this one. But enough of the controversy around this vehicle. It's not going to help. I don't work for Wargaming, and me disagreeing with them on YouTube on a channel like this isn't going to grab anyone's attention. So let's get into the statistics of the vehicle. We're looking at 390 average damage. You're looking at two 122 millimeter cannons mounted on this tank. The 390 average damage is very common for the 122 millimeter cannons. You're looking at 221 average penetration, 11.72 second loading time. That is individually. These guns do not load at the same time. These guns do not load staggeredly. These guns load one, then the second one loads. It's not at the same time. It's not a clip. One barrel loads, then the second barrel loads. If you choose to fire both barrels, you have a 23.44 second reload before both barrels are full. However, if you load one barrel and you choose to fire that barrel, you can. You have to wait 5 seconds to be able to fire the second barrel if it's loaded, or you have to wait for the reload on the second barrel to finish. In order to fire a salvo, you have to hold down the left mouse button for 3 seconds. A lot of people are coming around the corners thinking they're going to snap two 122 millimeter shells into the side of an enemy, and they're having to hold down the button for 3 seconds, and they're getting tore up by the red team. Something you got to watch out for if you're going to use a salvo. You have to know that you got to hold down the button for 3 seconds. You've got to know that it's a good time to use a salvo. You don't want to risk those hit points to attempt to get a salvo off and lose the game for your team. Gun traverse speed, we're looking at 221.33. Gun depression and elevation, you're looking at -5 degrees of gun depression. As with most Russian heavy tanks, it is not a Ridgeline Warrior. Try to find a hold down position. Gun elevation is 18 degrees. Aiming time 2.99, nothing to write home about. Dispersion at 100 meters 0.41, nothing crazy. Average damage per minute. Now this is something that I want to address because it's something that I want to experiment with. As I said before, each gun loads individually. So if you have both barrels loaded and you fire one barrel, you have to wait 5 seconds until you can fire the second barrel. However, after you fire the first barrel, it immediately starts to reload, which is 11.72 seconds, essentially 12 seconds. After you wait the 5 seconds to fire the second barrel, that first barrel that you fired is almost halfway reloaded. So essentially within 6 seconds, you're sending another 122 millimeter round downrange. So the DPM can possibly be much greater than 1,997. Hit points, you have a healthy chunk of hit points at 1,500. You have 140 millimeters of armor here at the front. If you see, it's very sloped, very sharp, very flat. So not a lot of angling has to go on whenever you're tier for tier, but whenever you get to tier 9s and tier 10s, you do have to angle a little bit. This spot right here, this little spot right here is a weak point. So be careful and be aware of this point, because as you can see, it's the little hatch for the driver so that he can see. It decreases the angle on the front of the tank and makes it more vulnerable to penetrations. And it's right smack dab in the center, and there's nothing hiding it. 100 millimeters of armor on each side, 60 millimeters of armor at the rear. The turret is really where this thing shines. If you can get hull down and in a situation where they cannot see, that you cannot see your lower plate and all they can see is the top of your tank and the turret, then you're doing really good, because there's 220 millimeters of frontal armor on this turret, 120 on the sides, and 90 on the rear. This is pretty much just an expanded IS-3 turret. You do have a little bit of a weak spot right here. If you have a tank that's above you, elevated above you, a taller tank can shoot down into this little spot right here. Commander hatches are very, 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 very low profile. They don't stick out. They're not obvious weak points. The little cheeks on the commander hatches, if the enemy has the penetration, they could possibly go through there. Mobility, you're looking at 720 horsepower. You're looking at 11.75 horsepower per ton. I have the enhanced gun laying, drive mounted, improved ventilation class 3, and I also have the heavy spall liner. Public safety announcement: if you're in this vehicle, artillery is going to shoot you. Artillery is going to hammer you. They are going to avoid shooting at all other heavy tanks, and they are going to target you in particular. Be warned. You're looking at 38 kilometers an hour forward and 15 kilometers an hour in reverse. Concealment, nothing to write home about. You're a heavy tank. Stop camping at the back with your tank destroyer buddies and get up and do what a heavy tank's supposed to do. Spotting, again, nothing to write home about. If you have to use it, it's usable. It's not amazing, but it's usable. Again, you're a heavy tank. If your team's not down by 5 tanks or 6 tanks, or you're not the only one left alive on your team, do what a heavy tank does. Push up to that heavy tank spot, take the hits, push the fight. You're not a scout. You're not a tank destroyer. You're a heavy tank. Act like one. Okay? Now that we're done with the statistics of the vehicle, let's look at the crew. Right now I'm running the repair skill on my crew. They're at 92%. Once they get up there, I'll reset them, assign them crew skills that I want, and restart on repairs. Restart on training them on repairs. But that is the Object 703 version 2, the double-barreled Tier 8 tank in World of Tanks. Without anything further, let's get into some gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, well here we are on Fjords, top tier in a Tier 8 battle. We're going to head down here to the heavy tank corner. We're going to follow the T-32 and the 45 TP, the Polish Tier 7 heavy tank. We're going to head down here. Hopefully I can just show you and demonstrate the salvo option for you, but also I want to show you that you can fire each barrel individually and still have an impact on the game. That's an option that I feel like people do not utilize in this tank, is the fact that you can fire one barrel and within 5 seconds you have a second round ready to go. We're going to press up here, try to stay down here on the low side. Don't know what's coming around that corner. I try to want to use the low ground to my advantage, not really give them a shot into my lower plate. This tank does not have the greatest hull armor, but hopefully I can utilize the terrain to my advantage. Pressing up here with my partners, the 45 TP, the T-32. Gonna ease around this corner here. They haven't spotted anything. I don't think anything's coming around the corner. Go ahead and push around the corner. Yeah, it's just a mutant around the corner. That American heavy tank. We'll go ahead and they're going ahead and pushing. We'll push and back them up. Hopefully I can use the salvo option on this guy. He appears to be alone, so let's see if we can put 2 shots into him. That front plate is very tricky on the mutant. Looks like no. Well, they're gonna face hug him, so let's try to get in there and help him. We have an IS coming up on our left. Here we go. I'm gonna put hold on. There we go. 765 damage on the double shot into the side of the mutant, and our teammates were able to shut him down. I believe the IS was the one that was able to shut him down. We're gonna push up here. Let's see. There's several enemy heavy tanks. There's the enemy Oni. Let's come around the corner. Let's see if we can. He fired. He bounced. Let's see if we can put 2 into his lower plate. Just one for 443 damage. That's something that, and here comes the WZ. Let's turn, angle. There we go. He bounced. Turn again, turn again, turn again. Here comes the friendly Oni to our rescue, blocking any damage that we would have taken. Let's put another shot into him while the other one's reloading. So essentially we were able to fire 2 shots and we're halfway reloaded on another one. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and let's push up and try to finish off that Oni. I really want to finish him off and go ahead and push around the corner and take out the WZ. So let's see what we can do here with the Oni coming around. Yep, there we go. Give me the side. Give me the side. There we go. Shutting down the Oni. We did take a shot from the King Tiger, the tier 7 captured version, but that's okay. We're falling back behind the Oni here. Hopefully we can take out the WZ. About to reload one barrel. Let's go ahead, push up. I'm gonna go ahead and try to take out the WZ. King Tiger shoots the Oni, the friendly Oni. WZ puts one into us. Let's put one into his tracks. There we go. Alright, that's 2 down. Let's go ahead and assist them with the King Tiger. Oh, Pershing bounced off of me. Well, I don't really want to have him shooting at the rear of my tank as I try to push the town, and if I don't address him now, then that is what he is going to keep doing. So let's go ahead and we're going to press across this little patch of open ground. We're going to press down into this lake area here, and we're going to go ahead and try to get rid of that Pershing that has wedged himself in between our 2 flanks. Coming up, keeping an eye on him. The elevation on this tank is really good. He's pushing, so he's going to be pushing into our tank destroyers and medium tanks on the other side. Rear's clear. They took out the Pershing. There's a tank destroyer. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a shot into him. He's turning. Well, that's okay. They got him. They took care of him. He wasn't able to put a shot into me. So let's go ahead and push up. I believe the Tiger P was last spotted in that little hilly area up to the north. We're gonna push that way. I think they've got that taken care of down there. Go ahead and push up here across this field. Hopefully any shots they fire at me, I have a shot at him, but I'm gonna try to keep my turret turned this way, and I'm gonna push up to this hill at least. We're winning 11-8, pretty much maintaining control over the battlefield. We crushed both flanks and were able to pinch the enemy in between us. Just created a crossfire, and they had nowhere to go. Everywhere they turn, come over the ridge here. Don't see the Tiger P. There he is. There he is. Okay, let's stop. Let's put 2 shells into him. He's low enough we can finish him. There we go. 678 on the Tiger P. Finished with a double barrel shot. Alright, we got to reload. There's the Comet. Was spotted. Artillery took a shot at him. Come on. Almost got 1 barrel loaded. Let's get up the hill. We have friendly tanks coming. I want to try to finish him off. Try to get another kill and some more damage. Just keep pushing, keep pushing. He's coming back. He's playing the rock. There's the IS behind us. No. I don't think I can get a salvo off, and I'm really wanting to get a salvo off. I really want to put a salvo into him. See if I can ammo rack him with a salvo. That would be amazing. But let's push up over this hill. Let's try to cut him off. I think, yep, he's gonna beat us over there. Put a shot into him. IS gonna put a shot. IS missed, and we were able to get 765 damage on the Comet. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Russian firepower at its finest. But the battle's over. 15-8. Let's review the post-game battle results. Able to complete a mission, obtain a crate with a Russian blueprint fragment. High caliber, 209,606 credits. Mastery badge, 2nd class only. We're able to damage several tanks. 765 on the Mutant. WZ, 392. Oni, 1,212. Tiger P, 678. And the Comet, 765. Top with 3,812. 4 kills. Experience, 1,244 base experience. Udez had a good game. Pretty good all-around game. I can't complain about it. Not upset about it. I enjoyed it. 13 shots fired, 12 direct hits, 11 penetrations, 3,812 damage. Out of 7 hits received, only 2 penetrations, 1,415 damage blocked. Used the armor effectively. Out of 5 enemy tanks we damaged, we destroyed 4, 2.1 kilometers traveled. A lot of credits. We made a lot of credits that game. We're really excited about the credit booster this Christmas. 209,000 credits with 189,916 credits profit. A lot of experience as well. Really good all-around game in this tank. We were able to demonstrate the double-barreled capabilities and the single-fire capabilities of this tank. Hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed it. Hopefully you saw something you liked. Hopefully you saw something that makes you want to come back, makes you want to hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please leave me a like. If you don't like the video but you see places that I can make improvements, please comment. Let me know what's going on. I'll fix it. I'll change it. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.